everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be setting up my binder for Cortis. If I'm being completely honest, I was not planning on standing any new groups, especially not collecting any new boy groups. Literally since Go came out, I have been obsessed with that song, and then they released What You Want. And once again, another amazing song. So by the time their album was released, I was already anticipating for their new music, and I was already obsessed with the group's concept and the group's music and everything. So I decided to go ahead and stand them and collect them, and now I'm going to set up my binder for them. I originally was planning to set up in an A5 binder, but I was not expecting their postcards to be this huge, that they don't actually fit in an A5 binder, so I'm going to set up in an A4 binder. But before I do that, also I did forget to mention, I am going to be collecting seonghyeon from Cortis. I was kind of tempted to collect OT5, but then again I remembered my wallet cannot handle it, and it is a big hit boy group, so you do only get one photocard in your albums. Although at the moment for Cortis, they're actually doing an exclusive pre-order benefit right now if you order their album, and that is called the General Market pre-order benefit. This is how the back looks, and you pull one of these photocards along with the standard album photocards, which usually have the backs that look like this. I was thinking that this was kinda like the BTS Love Yourself albums, where it would connect and you get to make a picture, but I don't actually have all 5 members to even go ahead and do that. That is just an assumption, but maybe I'm wrong and they all just have the same background for all of the members depending on the version. So this is the General Market pre-order benefits that I pulled, and of course I ended up pulling Maknae line. I pulled Joohoon, Kono, and Seonghyeon. And then for the album photocards, I pulled Scene 3 Martin and Scene 2 Seonghyeon. And I did pull Martin for Scene 1 as well, but I already traded for Seonghyeon's Scene 1. So now I'm just missing Scene 3. So if anybody's interested in Martin, I do need Seonghyeon's photocard for Scene 3. And then I have fillers for all of the remaining photocards that I have / need on the way. And lastly, I did purchase my albums from their USA website so that I could get the signed exclusive version. And these were the 2 postcards that I pulled. I pulled Seonghyeon and Kono. I actually pulled 2 Kono signed postcards, but I'm actually trading one of them for a duplicate Seonghyeon, and then I'm going to trade that duplicate Seonghyeon for James equivalent so that I could have 3 different signatures instead of a duplicate. I really didn't care who I got for the signature. I was kind of just aiming to get James or Martin because I'm not going to be keeping any of their photo cards, and I didn't pull any of their photo cards as well, so I wanted to have something. And those are all of the photo cards. So now I'm going to go ahead and sleeve the photo cards first, and then we can go into setting up the binder. Okay, so the sleeves that I'm going to be using are the Meow Cafe star sleeves. These are the ones that I'm going to use for the inner sleeve, and this is how the design looks. And then for the outer sleeve, I was contemplating on using the pastel blue, but then I already used these for my Plave collection. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just use the classic white sleeves. So now all of the photo cards are sleeved. I don't have a lot of photo cards this time because so far I have only unboxed the regular albums. I am still waiting for the Weverse albums and the Singing Bowl to arrive, but those were at my Korean address. Those are going to be coming, I think, next week because I just shipped everything out. And I also forgot that I am actually trading Martin, so this one is not going to be included in the binder. So for now, these are the 4 photo cards, and I absolutely love the effect that the star hollow sleeve gives on the photo cards. It is not overly hollow like other sleeves, and you can definitely see just absolutely how beautiful this is. Okay, so the binder that I'm going to be using is an old binder that I had for one of my other boy groups. This is from Walmart. It is the Exceed binder, specifically a 1.5 inch. This binder brand, I think that's the biggest size, or the biggest size is a 2 inch. Other than that, they do not have any sizes higher than a 2 inch. One thing that I really love about this binder is the one touch pull. So you just pull right here and then just push, and it easily opens and closes the binder. And the pocket pages that I'm going to be using are Meow Cafe's A4 Slim Soft Glow Pocket Pages. These are the 9 pocket pages, and literally the only difference between the Soft Glow and the standard typical Meow Cafe pocket pages is that these do not reflect as much light as the other standard pocket pages do. That is why it's called a Soft Glow, because it's more like a, I don't want to say it's like opaque, but it kind of similarly is. I really can't think of another word to describe the pocket pages. And then because I do have a signed postcard that I'm going to be adding, I am going to be using Meow Cafe's A4 Slim 1 pocket page. So here's an example of difference between when the light flashes on these pages. I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but there's more of a glow on one page than there is on another. Okay, so now that I have my binder set up, I am now going to put in the placeholders for the missing photo cards that I need. So I am still needing scene 1. And by the way, I am using the BT21 sticky notes in the Tata version for my little placeholders. And then the sleeve is a Dragon Shield Slim photo card sleeve in the color white. And then I did already pull scene 2, so I'm just going to add that photo card right there. And I am still missing scene 3, so that one would go right here. And then to continue off this page, I'm actually going to be adding the singing bowl photo cards because we actually get 6 photo cards. You get 1 of each member, and then you get an OT5 version, and that is literally a perfect fit right here because I have 6 empty spaces. So as always, I'm going to start off by age order. Okay, and now one page is actually complete. Next, I'm going to add the general market pre-order benefits, and once again, going off from age order. And then I have the Weverse photo cards, in which you only get 1 photo card depending on the version. So there's Weverse A and a Weverse B, but there is QR codes as well. So I think I'm going to be adding the QR codes as well. And I think I'm going to do the photo cards right there, the QR codes right here, and then have fillers filling up this spot. And then if I don't want to add any fillers here, I'll probably just buy 2 pre-order benefits. Whichever ones I like the most out of all of his pre-order benefits, I'll probably just add them here to fill up the empty spaces. And then I'm going to put the signed postcard right here. I'll probably need more than 1 page because I only found 1, but I do know that I have a couple of these. But for the meantime, I'm just going to add them like this. I do know that Meow Cafe said you can use their A5 photo book if you want to sleeve these and just trim off the excess, but I think I'm just going to wait and see if she's going to end up releasing some limited postcard sleeves for the Cortis signed postcards. But at the moment, that is an alternative if you want to sleeve your postcard. For the meantime, because these pocket pages are PVC free, if I were to just leave the postcard like this, it is not going to damage the signature or anything. And that is one thing that I love about Meow Cafe, is that their pocket pages, aside from quality, they're all PVC free, so you don't have to worry about damaging any of your photo cards if you don't want to sleeve your items. So this is the final layout. Obviously, this binder is going to end up getting more filled up once we get more comebacks from them. But at the meantime, I have 2 pocket pages dedicated to their first album. I am super excited to have this page finally filled up whenever I receive my albums. I am going to be making a cover. I just have to buy an extra album so that I can design a cover for them like I do for all of my other binders. And that is all I have to set up for Cortis. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Go ahead and give Cortis a listen if you haven't already. If you're looking for a fun, upbeat song that is gonna like get you moving and stuff, I genuinely recommend Go and Fashion. I absolutely loved those 2 songs, and I have been streaming them non-stop since the release of the album. As a matter of fact, since the album hit Spotify, because I was waiting for the longest time for them to finally release it on official streaming platforms. But yeah, that is all I have. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you also stan cortis, let me know who your bias is or what your favorite song of cortis is at the moment. I hope that every single one of you has an amazing day.
So I'ma let the sun cry.